kindly do it so that you don't miss any of my videos. So without any delay, let's get started. And today we are gonna learn how can we code a LED. So how can whenever we press a button, how can we switch on the LED, and whenever we press it once again, how can we switch it off, and we can go on like this forever. Let's see how we can do this in this video. So without any delay, let's get started with learning about some connections. So without any delay, let's get started. So guys, let's see the connections you need to make to make this program work. First, let's see the connections of a button. So as you can see over here, for a button on with this leg, we have connected this red wire. Let's see where it goes. It is ending up over here, right? So as you can see, the red wire is ending up over here. And now on this rail, what we have 5 volt. So I have connected 5 volts with this rail, and the power is supplied to the button so that it works. So 5 volt power is supplied to a button over here like this. Okay, now we have connected the green wire with this leg. So this leg over here, right? So this green wire goes, and it goes to GPIO 17. So over here we are just connecting our this leg of a button with GPIO 17. And now the opposite leg, that is over here. Oh, you can see this. Okay, the opposite leg that is over here, that is connected with the resistor. Right, so it is connected with the resistor, 330 ohms resistor, and we have put the resistor on the negative rail. So a 5 volt was on a positive rail, and the resistor is on the negative rail. And in the negative rail, let's see, we have in the negative rail, what we have the ground. So in the negative rail we have a ground. Okay, so now this was the connections of a button. Now let's see the connections for our LED. So I'll just take you to the LED, and with the long leg we have connected a 330 ohms resistor, with which we have connected this red wire. Right, so as you can see, we have connected this red wire over here, that is going to GPIO 4. So we have connected a long leg of a basically LED with GPIO 4, and then the short leg we are connecting using with the short leg we are connecting the ground using the green wire. Right, and these were all the connections you needed to make for this program to work, and we are now gonna do some coding in Node.js. So let's get started with some code. So guys, now it's time to write some code. So first of all, what we need to do, as usual, we'll import the on-off module to use our external hardware, right? So the LEDs and the buttons and all. So we'll do it using require, then we'll say on-off. So we'll import on-off like this over here. Now in on-off we have on-off. Then we'll create a variable GPIO, and in that this will be a reference to the GPIO class in the on-off module. Next we'll create a variable LED, right? So we'll create the variable LED, and as in the connections we saw, we connected it with GPIO pin 4. So now we'll say new GPIO, and we'll say on which pin is the LED connected to. On the 4th pin it is connected to, and we will give some output, right? So we'll provide some output for the LED, and then we'll create a variable push button. So we'll create a push button and equals to new GPIO 17, and then we'll say input, and then we have to pass it both, right? And then finally we need to create a variable toggle, right, equals to 0. Now why do we need to create a variable toggle? This variable toggle is used to determine the state of our LED, right? So whenever, like, we'll change toggle whenever on a whenever the button will be pressed, and it will be pressed in a certain state. So we're just gonna see this. Now we do push button dot watch, right? So we'll go call its watch method. We'll do function error comma value, and you see over here when what is happening over here. Basically what is happening, it is watching for a push on a push button. So whenever it will be pushed and held down, we'll in value get 1, and whenever it will be not held down and be held up, then we'll get the value 0. So after the push, when it is after holding it down for a few seconds and then leaving it, when we leave that, this function will be called, and in value we'll get 0. Now this is not what we want to achieve. We want to achieve when we press the button once, it keeps on glowing, and when we press it the second time, then it should stop, right? So because of this, we need to use toggle. Else what we could have done, I'll just show you what we could have done and what we are doing. So this is what we could have done. So if error, we could have thrown error. So if we found any error, just throw that and then just come out of this function, right? Else over here, just do led dot write sync, and over here we'll give a value. What would have happened? When we pass the write sync method 1 for LED, then the LED will switch on, and if we pass it 0, then the LED will switch off. So whenever the button will be held down, we'll get the value 1, and to LED we'll write the value 1, right? So we'll call LED.write sync and pass it 1, right? The value that was 1, right? And now it will switch on till we are holding it. When we like stop holding it and take like just after holding it, when we leave it, then the value will come 0, and when we pass write sync 0, it switches off the LED, right? So but we don't want this. When we press, we do one button press, like this is the button. When we do one button press, then we want to switch the LED on, and when we press it once again, then we want to switch it off. Then we press it again, we want to switch it on, press it again, we need to switch it off. For that, there is a very simple solution. We'll do if value equals 1. So if the value is equals to 1, then toggle is equals to math.absolute minus toggle, and then over here we'll write not math like this, math and toggle. Okay, so now what this is doing, we're checking if the value is equals 1. So if the button is held, then what we'll do toggle equals math.absolute minus toggle. So right now toggle is 0. If we subtract it by 1, it will be minus 1, and then we take the absolute value of it, it will be 1, and in toggle we'll have 1 when we have kept it holding, and then we have written toggle. Then when we leave it, the value will be 0, and we're not checking for value 0, right? Toggle will remain the same value whenever we leave it, and the LED will keep on glowing. The next time we press it, like we keep on holding it, or like we just do a normal press, like we keep on holding it, right? So we don't need to really keep on holding it. Whenever we press it, it will see that like whenever our button is down, right? So like let's keep it, whenever we press it like this, then it is down. So whenever our button is down, the second it is down, the value will get 1, and toggle equals math.absolute minus toggle. So it is right now 0, it will become 1, because minus toggle is minus 1 and its absolute value is 1. So in toggle we'll have 1, and we have written the value 1, right? So now the LED will be on. Then what will happen, once we press it once again, then when we leave it, now nothing will happen, as we are not checking for value 0, we are only checking for value 1. So when we press it once again, value will be 1, another time. So with toggle will be met at absolute minus minus toggle. So my toggle's value is 1 right now. When we subtract it, 0 will come and its absolute value is 0. So in toggle we'll have 0 and we will write to the LED 0, and this will go on like this forever, right? So quite cool stuff over here. And then once the user presses Control C and terminates the program, then we need to unexport all the resources, right? So we'll just unexport all the resources. We'll do led.write sync, led.write sync 0. Then we'll do led.unexport. So first of all, if it is still on, the LED is still on, we'll switch it off. We'll unexport all the resources for our LED, and we'll unexport all the resources for our push button. Export. Right? And then what we need to do, we just need to call this method, right? Right now we are watching for this, right? So this is continuously watching, but this method unexport resources is not being called anywhere. So what we'll do process dot on, and then whenever the program is terminated, then we get a signal SIGINT. So when we get this SIGINT signal, then we need to just call unexport resources. So this is our callback method. And yep, this was the code for the button and the LED. Now let's look this in action. So guys, now let's run this program. So I'll press enter. Now this program is running. Now if we press this push button over here, let's see. Our red LED is glowing perfectly. I press this once again, it stops. I press it and it glows, and I press it, it stops. And this is our toggle button that is toggling between the state of the LED, whether it is on or off. And this was a very simple program, guys, a push button LED program. I thank you guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to smash the like button. And just wanted to show you that when this is on and I terminate the program, then it will just free all the resources. So thank you guys. If you like the video, please don't forget to smash the like button and share this video with as many people as you can. Thank you guys. Bye. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep watching my videos.